If you're a fan of electrifying action, tense survival moments, and battling endless waves of zombies, then you're in the right place. There's nothing like a good zombie game to test your skills and push you to the limit. That's why I've gathered the 17 biggest upcoming zombie games that are set to take over the gaming world. This is Jack speaking, and if you're new here, welcome to the Play Hunters channel. I bring daily content to make sure you don't miss a single detail from the gaming universe. And if you could subscribe to help me grow, I'd really appreciate it. From one gamer to another. The first game on our list is State of Decay 3, an upcoming survival horror title that has everyone talking. In this open-world adventure, players are thrown into a harsh, post-apocalyptic world filled with zombies and other dangers at every turn. The game promises to push the boundaries of survival with more immersive mechanics, realistic exploration, and a dynamic environment where your decisions will shape the story. If you're into managing scarce resources and keeping a group alive in a relentless world, this one looks like a true test of survival skills. A key feature here is the importance of building and maintaining a community while facing the constant threat of undead attacks. The day-night cycle introduces an extra layer of strategy as enemies grow stronger at night, forcing you to adapt your approach. Whether it's scavenging for supplies or defending your base, every move you make could be the difference between life and death. It's all about the tension and unpredictability, keeping you on your toes as you navigate the challenges this game will throw your way.
To fight on. When we needed it the most. I didn't know you well. But we'll keep your memory alive. Every sacrifice we make matters and will never be forgotten.
In second place, we have Killing Floor 3, the next installment in this popular co-op shooter series. This game promises to dial up the chaos with even more intense waves of enemies and adrenaline-pumping action. Set in a world overrun by mutated creatures, players will team up to face increasingly difficult challenges. With an emphasis on fast-paced, frenetic gameplay, the goal is simple: survive the onslaught. The upcoming release is expected to bring new weapons, classes, and strategies to the table, ensuring that each match feels fresh and exciting. One of the most exciting aspects is the game's cooperative mode, where you and your friends will have to rely on quick thinking and coordination to fend off hordes of grotesque enemies. The real thrill comes when you're outnumbered, scrambling to find ammo, and just barely managing to survive wave after wave. With its polished mechanics and non-stop action, this one is shaping up to be an exhilarating experience for fans of co-op games. In third place, we have S.T.A.L.K.E.R 2, an eagerly awaited game that promises to immerse players in a haunting, post-apocalyptic world. This first-person shooter is set to blend survival, exploration, and horror as you navigate through a dangerous and eerie environment filled with mutants, radiation, and supernatural threats. The developers have promised an open world rich in atmosphere, where every decision has weight. It's being designed to create an experience where your survival depends on how you manage your resources and explore the desolate landscape. One of the most exciting promises is how the world will supposedly react to player actions, hinting at a dynamic environment that evolves based on your decisions. The team behind the game is also teasing a deep narrative where exploration and tactical combat will play a huge role. While we don't know all the details yet, the unpredictability of the dangers lurking in the game world suggests that every encounter will keep you on your toes, making each step feel like a risk.
Усі ці жертви, усі ці смерті. Який в них сенс? Зона така, якою бачиш її ти.
Coming in fourth place, Projekt Z Beyond Order is a new title that promises a unique twist on the zombie genre. Set during World War II, this game combines historical elements with survival mechanics in a setting overrun by the undead. The developers are hinting at a mix of intense combat, strategic planning, and exploration as you try to survive not just the zombies but also the harsh realities of wartime. The game is expected to offer both single-player and co-op modes, making it a flexible experience depending on how you want to face the zombie apocalypse. In fifth place, we have John Carpenter's Toxic Commando, an upcoming game that promises to blend action-packed gameplay with a thrilling zombie apocalypse. The legendary filmmaker John Carpenter is behind this project, adding a cinematic flair to what's shaping up to be a chaotic, adrenaline-filled experience. Set in a world where a mysterious outbreak has unleashed hordes of zombies, players are expected to team up in a co-op mode, mowing down waves of undead with an arsenal of over-the-top weapons. The game looks like it will deliver a fast-paced, explosive ride through a world overrun by chaos. What's really exciting is the emphasis on teamwork and tactical combat. With multiplayer co-op as a core element, you and your friends will need to strategize on the fly, using different weapons and abilities to fend off massive waves of zombies. This one promises a blend of cinematic action and survival, with plenty of moments that'll keep you and your squad on edge. In sixth place, we have Silent Hill 2 Remake, a reimagining of one of the most iconic horror games ever made. Fans of the original, including myself, are eagerly awaiting this updated version, which promises to deliver the same chilling atmosphere with modern graphics, enhanced sound design, and improved gameplay mechanics. Set in the hauntingly mysterious town of Silent Hill, players will once again face psychological horrors that blur the line between reality and nightmare. The developers are focusing on staying true to the emotional depth of the original story while adding new layers to the experience. What makes this remake so exciting is the promise of deeper immersion thanks to advanced visual and audio technology. The eerie fog, unsettling sounds, and haunting imagery are expected to make every moment feel like a descent into madness. I can't wait to dive back into this disturbing world and experience it in a way that wasn't possible before. Every corner holds a new fear, keeping players constantly on edge as they navigate the unsettling landscape.
do you keep running away from me? And how do you know about Mary?
Mary's my friend. We met at the hospital last year.
Stop lying! Laura, I'm sorry, I didn't mean...
Fine! Don't believe me! See if I care!
Hey!
Let go!
I'm sorry, Laura, but I can't let you just run around this place. You might get hurt.
Hurt by what?
Look, just stay with me, okay? This is no place for a kid.
Fine. But there's something I gotta get.
Laura.
It's important.
What is it?
A letter.
In 7th place, we have the Midnight Walkers, an intriguing new entry in the zombie survival genre that promises to stand out with its unique approach. Set in a nightmarish world where the undead rule the streets, this game aims to offer a more tactical and slower-paced journey compared to other fast-paced zombie games. Players will need to carefully plan their moves, scavenging for supplies, and avoiding large groups of zombies. The tension builds as you explore eerie, dark environments where danger lurks around every corner. Next on our list, we have No More Room in Hell 2, a game that's building on the success of its predecessor while promising to deliver an even more intense survival experience. This highly anticipated sequel takes everything that made the first game memorable and turns it up a notch, with larger maps, smarter enemies, and deeper mechanics. In this co-op survival journey, you and your team will face overwhelming waves of undead while scavenging for supplies and crafting essential tools for survival. Strategy and teamwork are key, as every decision could mean the difference between life and death. The developers are teasing a more immersive atmosphere, with improved AI for the zombies, meaning they'll be smarter and even more dangerous this time around. Players will need to think carefully about when to engage and when to escape, as the wrong choice could lead to your team's downfall. Whether it's barricading yourself in a building or making a risky supply run, every moment is filled with tension, and the unpredictability of the game keeps you on edge, unsure of what could be waiting around the next corner. In 9th place, we have AtomFall, a new zombie survival game that promises to offer a fresh take on the post-apocalyptic genre. Set in a world devastated by a nuclear disaster, players will face both the undead and the harsh, irradiated environment. The developers are focusing on blending intense combat with the need for strategic resource management, forcing players to balance survival against waves of zombies while also navigating the fallout of a nuclear apocalypse. The mix of environmental hazards and zombie threats is shaping up to make this game a challenging and immersive experience. One of the most interesting promises of AtomFall is its emphasis on environmental survival. Beyond just fighting zombies, players will need to manage radiation exposure, scarce food, and unpredictable weather conditions, adding layers of complexity to every decision. Whether you're scavenging in abandoned cities or crafting tools to survive, the game aims to push players to think creatively and adapt to a constantly shifting landscape. With a world that reacts to your actions, this game is looking like a thrilling addition to the survival genre. In 10th place, we have Into the Dead: Our Darkest Days, a new installment in the popular Into the Dead series that promises to take the franchise in an exciting new direction. Set in a world ravaged by a zombie apocalypse, this game shifts its focus to a more narrative-driven experience, with a strong emphasis on survival and storytelling. Players will be thrust into a bleak and dangerous environment where every decision matters. The game promises to deliver tense moments, heart-pounding action, and deep emotional stakes as you try to keep your group alive in this unforgiving world. What sets this title apart is its promise to dive deeper into the human side of survival. You'll not only face relentless zombie hordes, but also make tough decisions that will impact the fate of your group. Whether it's scavenging for supplies or deciding how to handle encounters with other survivors, each moment is packed with tension. The developers are teasing a mix of action, strategy, and narrative, which could lead to a gripping experience that keeps players on the edge of their seats. In 11th place, we have Pioner, an upcoming survival game set in a post-apocalyptic world devastated by a mysterious disaster. Although the game is still shrouded in mystery, the developers have hinted at an open-world experience filled with zombies, mutants, and other dangerous threats. This one promises to deliver an intense mix of exploration, survival, and combat, as players navigate through a world where every encounter could be deadly. With its detailed environments and complex survival mechanics, Pioner is shaping up to be an exciting addition to the zombie survival genre. The game is also teasing some deep customization options, allowing players to modify their weapons and gear to adapt to the different threats they will face. Resource management and crafting will play a big role, making every scavenging trip feel vital to your survival. With an immersive atmosphere and an emphasis on strategy, this game promises to keep players constantly engaged as they explore a world filled with danger and the unknown.
Rumor has it that when the first tide came, the rogue wastelands were altered by something similar to a huge laser ray.
To put it simply, artifacts are bundles of energy. Artifacts are extremely rare, and their activation in the wrong hands can lead to disastrous consequences.
We tried to give you a chance, but your stubbornness doesn't leave us any other choice.
Soon, I will be able to break free from the shackles.
Now, you will die. The power of the tides will destroy you.
In 12th place, we have Dying Light, the Beast, the next evolution of the Dying Light series that promises to deliver even more intense parkour action combined with brutal zombie combat. Set in a sprawling open world, the game teases enhanced movement mechanics, allowing players to leap, climb, and fight their way through a city overrun by the undead. The focus remains on fluidity and fast-paced combat, where quick reflexes and smart decision-making are key to survival. Fans of the series can expect even more freedom in how they traverse the dangerous landscape while fending off relentless enemies. In 13th place, we have Beautiful Light, a fresh take on the zombie genre that promises to blend horror with striking visuals.
Through the branches, we understood we were standing before God. And here you are, on the edge of the Creator, listening to the echoes of a written story. See. The world will collapse. While you stand in the midst of nothingness, searching for light in the darkness, only grasping the truth in the final reckoning. We were caught in the Rubicon's flow. Behind the high ramparts, where it cannot see us, we recite our final words. Motherland, bless your children who are about to die. Beyond my sword and behind my shield, I smile, because against all odds, I will triumph.
In 14th place, we have Lollipop Chainsaw RePOP, a remake of the cult classic that mixes over-the-top action with quirky humor. Set in a world where a cheerleader armed with a chainsaw takes on hordes of zombies, this game promises to retain the fast-paced, chaotic combat that made the original so memorable. With its unique blend of hack-and-slash mechanics and comic-style visuals, the game offers a lighthearted yet intense experience. Players can expect plenty of flashy combos, exaggerated enemies, and a wild ride through a zombie apocalypse unlike any other. What makes this remake stand out is the promise of updated graphics and smoother gameplay, bringing the energetic style of the original into the modern era. In 15th place, we have Dead Rising Remaster, a highly anticipated return of the beloved zombie slaying classic. Known for its creative combat and open-world exploration, this remaster promises to bring back all the chaos and fun of the original game, but with updated visuals and smoother gameplay. Set in a massive mall overrun by zombies, players will once again use anything and everything as a weapon to fight off the undead. From everyday objects to makeshift weapons, the freedom to experiment with combat is what made the original game so entertaining. What's particularly exciting about this remaster is the promise of enhanced graphics and improved performance. This remaster looks to bring back the wild, unpredictable action that fans of the series love. In 16th place, we have Retrieval, a new survival horror game that promises to challenge players with a combination of intense combat and resource management.
Begging for food. Lack of understanding to push what we don't know when something should be left alone.
There's nothing we can do.
Once Human is a survival horror game that promises a mix of open-world exploration and intense combat in a world devastated by cosmic horrors. Set in a universe where reality has been twisted by a mysterious force, players will need to fend off both zombies and otherworldly creatures as they explore desolate landscapes. The game is teasing an expansive, immersive world where every corner holds new threats, and survival will depend on your ability to adapt and overcome the unpredictable challenges that lie ahead. One of the most intriguing aspects of Once Human is its promise of a richly detailed world, filled with strange and unsettling environments. As you scavenge for resources and craft weapons, the game's atmosphere is designed to constantly keep you on edge. The combination of supernatural elements and traditional zombie survival mechanics creates a unique experience, where players must balance exploration, combat, and resource management in a world that feels both alien and familiar. It's shaping up to be a chilling and immersive survival journey. Now that you've checked out the 17 biggest upcoming zombie game releases, tell me which one are you most excited to play? Is there one you think will dominate the genre? And of course, if there's a game you think should have been on this list, drop it in the comments. I'd love to hear your thoughts on these future releases. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so you won't miss any updates, and keep discovering more amazing games that are on the way. Also, I'm leaving a card with the biggest games set to release in late 2024 and 2025. Just click to watch.